checked in already. Is Ruffy going to be making the trip with you?
Yeah, he's really keen to get up there to support his mate Jordan in his 250th game. So we think it's good for Ruff too. Normality for him is being around all his mates, and so he had a surgical procedure during the week, and he'll meet with specialists in that early next week to determine where he goes from there. But it's good for him to be around, and he's stable and healthy enough to be able to fly. So all he wants to do is be around his mates and hopefully watch us have a win on Saturday night.
How would you describe his relationship with Jordan?
Listen, they've been strong mates for a long period of time. They've known each other for a long time, even prior to Hawthorn. They played a lot of basketball against each other when they were kids. So they've been great mates. But we're looking forward to him just getting away from Melbourne for a couple of days and hopefully watching us have a win on Saturday night.
I don't know whether Jordan was too keen on it, seeing him on the telly last night, but does Ruffy get his wish and get to room with him?
I'm not sure all the rooming arrangements, but they'll work that out when they get up there, I'm sure.
But on the other side of the coin, it's good stability, I imagine, for the team to have him there.
Yeah, well, listen, he's been a big part of our organisation for 12 years, and so we're happy to have him around because he's been around for that period of time. So everything that just continues on things as normal as they can possibly be is good for him and good for us.
How would you summarise Jordan Lewis's career?
Yeah, listen, he's a really decorated player. I think he's about the 13th Hawthorn player that's played 250 games and 4 premierships, the best and fairest, and an All-Australian in that time too. So, he's been just a real stable influence in our side and really good durability, tough and hard, and he's going to retire as a very, very decorated player. We hope that's not for a fair while yet, but he's been a great contributor to our footy club over a long period of time.
How's he holding up? It's probably been a tough couple of weeks for him, and he's also had to be standing captain while Luke's with him.
Yeah, no, he's coping pretty well in pretty difficult circumstances, and it's the same with all of our players really. But he's coping pretty well. Yeah.
What have you made of Brisbane? They seem to be a pretty tough team to get a gauge on, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're particularly over the last couple of weeks, but their best form has challenged some pretty good sides this year, and particularly at the GABBA, they've played some good footy. So we haven't played there for such a long period of time. It's 2008, which must nearly be some sort of record in terms of the last time they played a team on their home deck. So we're under no illusions that we're going to need to play some pretty good footy. But we think if we do, then we've a really good chance of victory too. So we prepare for their best, and we prepare for what they can produce at the GABBA, and that's been reasonably impressive over the course of not just this year, but the last couple of years as well.
Does the fact that you haven't played there for so long present a genuine challenge?
Listen, it's got 4 goalposts at either end and grass, so it's pretty similar. And it's a very, very similar size to the MCG, the oval. So, no, not really. Perhaps a little bit of a difference because it's got a genuine cricket pitch in the middle of it, which the bounce of the ball is a little bit different in the middle compared to the flanks and the outer regions of the oval. But by and large, it's pretty much the same as any other oval that you've got to play on.
What did you make of Matthew Lloyd's comments throughout the week about Luke Hodge, about how he's vulnerable to hold his spot on the list for next year?
Pretty early call, I reckon. Pretty important player of our footy club, and outside of missing 5 weeks of suspension last year, he would have nearly won our best and fairest. So he's had 2 collision-related injuries in the first part of this year that has been unable to have him out on the park as often as we'd like. But he's just recuperating from this knee one where he just landed awkwardly in a marking contest, and we're pretty confident he'll return strongly. And then his motivation levels and form and all that sort of stuff is going to determine whether he wants to go on, but that's no different for any player who gets the twilight of their career. But I think it's a bit premature to be making calls on someone's retirement at this stage.
That'll be on your decision or his decision?
No, like all decisions at a footy club will be collective. With medical, our views on our side and our future, and also Luke's views too.
Particular facet out of last week's review that you've reinforced with your fellas this week?
Sydney are a good side, so we got to, we allowed them 5 quick goals in a period time in the second quarter that ended up being the deciding factor in the game. Really, we were pretty competitive outside of that. So we're in the back end of a pretty difficult week for our footy club, and disappointed that we lost. But we lost to a side who many are tipping to be there right at the end of the year, and we lost by 14 points and hardly disgraced ourselves in what was a really tough week for our club. Being 36 points down halfway through the second quarter, we could have easily turned our toes up given the way the week had unfolded for us, but found a way to dig in and get ourselves back into the contest, and we could have easily won that game if we just converted some of our chances a little bit better.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.